Hello everyone. Today's LeetCode problem number is 2515. Shortest distance to the target string in a circular array. Let me summarize the entire problem. We have given a array of strings and a target element along with the start index. We have to find out the index which is equal to target but from the starting index. The main task here is that this is a circular array. That means after 4 we can again go to index 0. So let me explain this with an example. Here, as I said before, we have an array of strings, target and the starting index. So here the starting index is nothing but is nothing but 1. So we have to find out the distance between 0 and 4 from 1 because zeroth index and sorry about my handwriting, zeroth index and the fourth index value matches the target. So we have to find out that. As I said before, it is a circular array. Let me focus first on the fourth index. So from like if we move to the right, the difference between the starting index and the target is nothing but 3. Similarly, if we go in this way, which is nothing but circular path, the distance between the path, the index, starting index and the target is nothing but 2 steps. So we have to find out the minimum, which is nothing but 2. Similarly, for the zeroth index. So if we go in this path, if we go in this path, which is nothing but left, the normal path, the distance we need is nothing but 1. But if we go in the circular path like this, so if we go like this, the total steps is nothing but 4. So here the minimum is nothing but 2 and 1. So here we have to take the minimum out of these two. But here the real funda is nothing but we have to find how can we find the distance when it is circular path. Let me explain with an diagram so that it will be easy to understand. So as I said, the 4 is again connected to 1. So this is the circular path. So we have to find out the distance in the circular path, right? So here we know the distance between if we take this 4 as an index, we know the distance between in the normal path 1 to this 4, which is nothing but 3. So we know this path. If we take that as an example, so we know the path from 0 to 4. We have to find out this path, that is nothing but 1 to 4. So the basic mathematics is nothing but we know this path and the complete path. So we can minus the n, which is nothing but the absolute difference between I and s and the total path. So this is how we find out the circular distance, and we find out the minimum distance between these two. Let me explain the code. So we have the word and the starting index and the target. So I'm just looping through this. So if I find out that the word is equal to target, if the word is equal to target, this is actually not left or right. This is actually the normal path and the circular path, which I explained earlier. And we will find out the minimum distance between those two. If we don't find the value, if we don't find any value, we are returning -1.